We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Okay, so we're diving deep today into something I know you're going to find fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
It's cereal. And this podcast really set the standard for what makes impactful audio journalism tick. You know, it's all about how to make you think, how to keep you hooked, and really dig deep into some really complex real-world stories. So cereal first hit the scene back in October 2014, created by Sarah Koenig and Julie Snyder.
Right.
And the whole concept was each season they would just unravel one true story.
Yeah.
But like intensely.
Yeah.
You know, like really detailed, narrative-driven. And we're focusing on the first 3 seasons today. They're the ones that I think will really hit home with what you're looking for.
I think so, too. It's like Serial really brought that serialized documentary style to life.
Yeah.
Like you were tuning into an unfolding drama every week, but it was real life.
Yeah.
Real investigations, real people.
Right, exactly. And season 1, that's where it all began.
Right.
The case that just gripped everyone, the 1999 murder of Heyman Lee, and the conviction of her ex-boyfriend Adnan Syed. Now, I know you're all about those like aha moments where things click. And this season is packed with them because they just lay out all the evidence, or sometimes the lack of evidence. And you can't help but question everything.
You know, what Serial did so brilliantly was embrace ambiguity. It never gave you easy answers.
Right.
Which forces you to think, right? It makes you wrestle with these ideas of truth and justice.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about hearing different sides. It was about you actively creating your own understanding of the story.
Absolutely. And then season 2 comes along.
Yeah.
And it's a huge shift.
Yeah.
Right? We go from this high school tragedy to the story of Bo Bergdahl.
Right.
A U.S. Army soldier who was captured by the Taliban in Afghanistan, held for 5 years after leaving his post. What did you think about that change when you first heard about it?
I thought it was bold. You know, it showed that they were willing to tackle all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
When you think about the big picture season 2, it really dives into these massive themes. Duty, the realities of war, but it makes them so personal, so immediate.
Yeah. And then season 3, another turn. Cleveland, Ohio. This time, not one single story.
Yeah.
But a deep dive into the criminal justice system itself.
Yeah.
Woven together through all these different narratives, shining a light on the systemic issues, which I know you're interested in.
Absolutely. And you know what's crucial about season 3? It's the scale.
Yeah.
It's not just about individual mistakes.
Right.
It's about these patterns, these forces that are always at play within the system. It makes you think about how justice really works or doesn't work.
Exactly. And across these 3 seasons, Serial got so much praise. The research, the storytelling, it's just undeniable.
Yeah.
And for you, it's a prime example of how powerful audio journalism can be.
It's that blend, right? Solid investigation meets captivating narrative, and that hooked a massive audience, but it also changed the game. It showed how we can engage with these complex stories in a whole new way.
Right. And for anyone who wants to get up to speed quickly on these big, important topics, Serial is a masterclass. Deep dives, compelling narratives, it's all there.
And this leads to a really interesting question, I think. How has that serial approach, the narrative-driven serialized format, influenced all the podcasts we see now, especially the investigative ones? What elements of Serial have become like the building blocks of audio journalism today?
Yeah, something to think about.
Definitely.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into Serial.
My pleasure.
I hope you found it insightful.
I hope so, too.
We'll be back with another deep dive soon. See you then.
See you. Bye-bye.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip. When it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.